𝐍𝐾𝐰𝐬 Motors helps martyred village volunteers' family with 10,000 rupees. Bishnupur women bodies resolve to skip 𝐂𝐲𝐶𝐿 celebration this year. And 37th edition of National Games to officially kick off in Goa. 560 athletes, officials representing Manipur in National Games. Hello Kurimjiri, this is Northeast Window and you're watching English News with me, Jessie THIYAM. Now the news in detail. 𝐍𝐾𝐰𝐬 Motors, located at 𝐍𝐾𝐰𝐬, has extended financial help of 10,000 rupees to 𝐕𝐕'𝐒, who is currently living a hard life with asthma. 𝐕𝐕'𝐒 is wife of martyred village volunteer in the ongoing ethnic violence, late 𝐍𝐈𝐄𝐻𝐸, 24, son of Premjoy. 𝐍𝐈𝐄𝐻𝐸 of 𝐂𝐾𝐰𝐬 succumbed to bullet injuries in the head in a fierce gunfight between the state force along with village volunteers and Chinkuki terrorists after the latter launched attack near Narayansena Maning High Canal under Moirang Police Station on August 29. Proprietor of 𝐍𝐾𝐰𝐬 Motors, 𝐍𝐶𝐄𝐰𝐬 Sivadatta, father of Shivadatta, Nilachandra, along with his staffs, went to the residence of late Inau at 𝐶𝐤 and extended the financial help to 𝐕𝐕'𝐒. Shivadatta said that 𝐍𝐾𝐰𝐬 Motors will continue to extend help to families reeling under hardship due to the current crisis in the state.
ꯍꯟꯗꯛꯀꯤ ꯊꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯊꯧꯗꯣꯛꯁꯤꯗ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯕ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯚꯤꯗꯤꯑꯣ ꯑꯃꯈꯛ ꯎꯖꯈꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯇꯥꯎ ꯀꯃꯦꯁꯣꯔꯅ ꯅꯣꯡꯃ ꯒꯥꯔꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯕ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯌꯦꯡꯍꯟꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯕ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯄꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯃꯇꯦꯡꯗꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯥꯟꯅꯁꯨ ꯄꯥꯡꯉꯒ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯕꯅꯤ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠꯇꯨꯗ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯚꯤꯗꯤꯑꯣꯗꯣ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯌꯦꯡꯕꯗꯨꯗ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯇꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯏꯇꯥꯎ ꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯅꯣꯡꯃ ꯑꯃ ꯆꯠꯁꯤ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯌꯥꯝꯗꯕ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯑꯃꯈꯛꯇꯪ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯌꯥꯝꯃꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯁꯨ ꯈꯔ ꯁꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯄꯥꯡꯖꯦꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯉꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯌꯥꯝꯗꯦ ꯂꯨꯄꯥ 10,000ꯗꯪ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯅꯥꯎꯒꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯕꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩ ꯄꯤꯖꯕ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯕꯅꯤ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯂꯩꯈꯤꯗꯕ ꯏꯃꯨꯡꯁꯤꯡꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯒꯦꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯑꯩ ꯑꯁꯥ ꯇꯧꯔꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯉꯝꯕꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯁꯛꯇꯤ ꯏꯁꯣꯔꯅꯁꯨ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯔꯛꯀꯅꯦꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯇꯤꯝ ꯂꯥꯛꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯏꯅꯥꯎꯁꯤꯡ ꯄꯨꯂꯞ ꯆꯠ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯏꯁꯣꯔꯅꯁꯨ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅꯃꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯒꯅꯦꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯤ.
Women bodies in Bishnupur district will skip 𝐂𝐲𝐶𝐿 celebration this year in view of the hardship facing by the people due to the ethnic violence triggered by Kuki terrorists since May 3 this year. The resolution was jointly taken by Merapaibi Apunbalup, Bishnupur district, Apunbalup, Ningthokong and Ningthokong Kaitel Pambi Imalup during a meeting at the office of Ningthokong Apunbalup. The women bodies also appealed to all the concerned to not collect monthly chit fund, loan interest, etc., and not to organize any sort of lagaw, festive gambling in areas under the jurisdiction of the organizations.
Manipuri yamna fattaba situation asina maram oire hairaga iramdam Manipur asida mafam ayambada 𝐍𝐾𝐻𝐸 celebration asi sahi magi manungda amtang lakani adu oiragasu awaba taraga lanjenarakuna leiba image singi awa kaino sida ekoina project leitengaga ekoi jum mai thadabani aduga ekoi lan yung kay lanjena de haibagi mawongda maram mayada leiba kulakta leiba ekoina 𝐍𝐾𝐻𝐸 saluba matamda relief camp da leiba lanjena aba 𝐖𝐈𝐍𝐻 isu imawisa sinasina mamitagi mapita ani haibagi wakalola se khalubada ekoi punamak chapmanaba we matada leminagadabani lanje aduna haiba image singi mamangda ekoi awaba se punna pungdongminari awapamda sodum punnara saruk yaminari aduna ekoi 𝐍𝐾𝐻𝐸 festival ase kunchi sahidi lepsarage.
The 37th edition of India's National Games are set to be held from October 26 to November 9. Goa is hosting the multi-sport event for the first time in the 99-year history of the National Games. The first ever edition of the Games, which were known as India's Olympic Games until 1938, took place in 1924. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the Games today in Goa at 6:30 p.m. Though badminton, weightlifting and some of the other events at the National Games 2023 have already begun, the Games will officially get underway with an opening ceremony at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Panaji today. More than 10,000 athletes from across the country will compete in over 43 sports disciplines across 28 venues. Only the track cycling and golf will happen outside Goa in Delhi. Around 5,000 students would be part of the 12,000 crowd who will attend the inaugural ceremony of the National Games. The sports minister from Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and Odisha will also be attending the inaugural event. It may be mentioned altogether 560 athletes and officials are representing Manipur in the 37th National Games. The athletes from Manipur are participating in 26 different sports disciplines during the Games. Thoubal Wamataba Sorok Makha 𝐷𝐻 also distributed free blankets to 50 persons and some clothes to the women taking shelter at the relief camps of Pubala High School and Moirang Relief Camp today. Since winter is approaching, the distribution was held with the aim of providing little assistance to the inmates at the relief camps who have been badly affected by the current crisis in the state. Under the aegis of Thoubal Apunbalup, proprietor of MN Brick Farm, Kongjong Moirang Them Ning Them Jao, in collaboration with the members of Thoubal Apunbalup today, distributed 3 blankets each to 41 inmates and also distributed edibles to the children currently taking shelter at Sugnu Mangjing Relief Camp. The inmates of the relief camp expressed gratitude for providing winter essentials to proprietor M. Ning Them Jao and Thoubal Apunbalup. Now let us take a short break. Keep watching Northeast Window.
𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐶 JR Institute of Medical Sciences, Hata Telepati Road, Imphal East, Paramedical Course Sing Tambagi Khudong Jaba Pizari. Manipur International University ki Makhada BSc MLT, RIT, OTT, Diploma MLT, OTT, RIT ki course sing ki admission hauzare. Pizari ba Khudong Jaba Sing di Scholarship ki Khudong Jaba su Pizari. Lower income amadi orphans singi akhanaba khudong chaba singsu pizari. Tamba loraba matungda 100% job placement legani. College asiki campus manungda multi-speciality hospital ama leizari. Mapung fana ningtina clinical training tobuki facility leire. Experience leiraba qualified oraba faculty khakna takani. Hostel amadi library ki khudong chaba su pizari. Akupa marol ki damak makhada pizari ba contact number asida call Tobirau, JR Institute of Medical Sciences, Hata Telepati Road, Imphal East.
Years of trusted diagnostic service, Babina Diagnostics.
Welcome back. A curtain raiser of Manipuri Poetry Day observance was held today in Nagaland ahead of the MAN event to be held on 28 at Jawaharlal Nehru Dance Academy in Imphal, organized by Fiction and Poetry Club Manipur. Department of English, St. Joseph University, Nagaland organized the curtain raiser of Manipuri poetry. Head of English Department, St. Joseph University, Nagaland, Dr. Thokchom Sunanda, chaired the event. In her speech, HOD Dr. Sunanda said, Manipuri Poetry Day, which is observed in Manipur by Fiction and Poetry Club every year on the day of Meragi Thanin, the same is observed in her department, St. Joseph University, every year at their best level. Most of the students in the department are non-Meitei Loan speakers, but they are impressed to see a day for Manipuri poetry, she added. A person was killed while another was injured after a Honda Dio and Tata Hyuva collided at Lilong Hangam Thavi in Thoubal district yesterday. The road mishap took place around 11 last morning near Islamic English High School at Lilong Hangam Thavi along National Highway number 102. The driver of the Honda Dio succumbed to his injuries on the spot. A case has been registered and the dead body has been reportedly kept at Jennings morgue, and the driver of the Tata Hyuva has been arrested. In the poll-bound Mizoram, Chief Electoral Officer Madhav Vyas said yesterday that necessary arrangements are in full swing for the successful conduct of the forthcoming assembly elections. Addressing the media, the Chief Electoral Officer said that there are a total of 8,57,063 voters in the state who are eligible for voting in the ensuing assembly polls. He said that there are 4,13,062 male voters, while there are 4,39,026 female electors as per the final electoral roll. In the press conference addressed by the CEO for the second time after the announcement of the elections, Vyas said that voting will take place in 1276 polling stations. He said arrangements are being made for the installation and implementation of webcasting in 765 out of the 1276 polling stations, which is 60% of all polling stations in the whole Mizoram. There are a total of 4,975 service voters. The Chief Electoral Officer said that a home voting facility will be provided to a total of 2,092 senior citizens who are above 80 years and persons with disabilities in all the 40 assembly constituencies. He said that apart from the 3,000 odd state police personnel and out of the 450 sections of Central Armed Police Forces, 10 companies of BSF, 5 companies of CRPF and SSB have reached Mizoram and are already in their places of deployment.
Regarding the EVMs and VVPATs, we have sufficient number of EVMs and VVPATs. The first randomization of the EVMs and VVPATs has taken place on 18th of October, and the second randomization has also been successfully completed on 23rd October in all the 11 districts in the presence of the general observers. One thing which I would like to mention that we had assessed that there is a need to have awareness and hands-on training for the polling parties. So we had requested the ECI for increasing the number of EVMs assigned for training purposes. So ECI has approved a proposal for increasing the numbers from 10% to 15%.
Meanwhile, campaigning is scaling up with the polling day just 2 weeks away. Political parties such as the BJP, Congress, the ruling Mizo National Front, Zoram People's Movement, Aadmi Party and independent candidates are leaving no stone unturned to woo the voters. Mizoram will go for assembly polls in a single phase on the 7th of November to elect 40 members of the Mizoram Legislative Assembly. The counting of votes, will take place on the 3rd of December. At least 22 people were killed and many more were injured in shootings in the city of Lewiston, Maine, Wednesday evening, city officials reported. Overwhelming local hospitals with gunshots victims. City Councillor Robert McCarthy told media that the death toll had risen to 22 in the shooting spree that took place at a bowling alley and also at least one other location, a local restaurant and bar, according to media. Police have launched a massive operation to catch the gunman, who has been identified as Robert Card, and asked locals in Lewiston to stay inside their homes. there is an active shooter in Lewiston. They also asked people to shelter in place and stay inside their homes with the doors locked. Law enforcement is currently investigating at multiple locations, Maine State Police said on X. Local police posted a photo of the shooter, Robert Cott, on Facebook, carrying a semi-automatic style weapon inside a bowling alley, and said that he should be considered armed and dangerous. Cott, who is 40, is a retired military officer who has been arrested in the past for domestic violence. Earlier this year, he reported mental health issues, including hearing voices, and had threatened an attack at the military training base in Saco, Maine. He was admitted to a mental health facility for 2 weeks. After the shooting, he was seen driving a white Subaru, of which cops have released pictures. Israel said today that a column of tanks and infantry had launched an overnight raid into Hamas-controlled Gaza, striking numerous targets before retreating to home soil. The military announced the incursion into the north of the Palestinian territory hours after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declared preparations for a ground war were underway. The Israel Defense Forces described the operation as a targeted raid that hit numerous terrorist cells, infrastructures and anti-tank missile launch posts. It said the operation was preparation for the next stages of combat, adding that the soldiers have since exited the area and returned to Israeli territory. Black and white video footage posted by the military showed a column of armored vehicles and bulldozers winding toward what appeared to be a border fence and breaking through it. 𝐋𝐢𝐯 Motors helps martyred village volunteers family with 10,000 rupees. Bishnupur women bodies resolved to skip 𝐂𝐲𝐶𝐞 celebration this year. And the 37th edition of National Games to officially kick off in Goa. 560 athletes, officials representing Manipur in National Games. And that is all we have for now, but for more news updates, keep watching Northeast Window.